So what did you say your day was like then? Do you work in the restaurant? Did you say 9 till 12?
Yeah, it's like no, it's like I try to wake up at 9 a.m. Obviously, I don't wake up at 9 a.m. every day because it's very hard. Sometimes it differs. Sometimes let's say I wake up between 9 and 11, right, a.m., which is 1 hour. We're just 1 hour ahead of London, so it's not that big of a difference. So then I'll just try to trade, do whatever I'm supposed to do. You know, it could be business, it could be showering, whatever. But until 12:30, I have time. Then that's when I kind of leave, 12:31 p.m.
And what do you do in that time? Are you doing a bit of research on what's gone on during the session or not?
Yeah, I could be looking at the charts. I could be looking to make YouTube videos. I could be doing anything that needs to be done, right? It differs obviously every single day.
So by that, are you an influencer yourself then? Or
I wouldn't call myself an influencer, but I make content to help people. That's what I say.
You're
try to help
influencing me.
people.
You're doing really well.
I just try to help people. I don't like to call myself an influencer because it's like a bad thing, being an
label.
influencer. Yeah. So I try to be far away from
I like how you phrase that, which I've heard it from a few people. You're out there to help other people. You know that this is an opportunity to help your family and help other people get out of difficult situations. It's really good to give something back, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Especially when sometimes I wake up, I get DMs, people being happy, like I passed my funded account, thank you so much. That's a very good way to start your morning because you're potentially changing people's lives and even changing people's family's life, because if he's profitable, then his family is going to eat from that.
Yeah.
So you're very happy about that. And with my religion, is always best to give back, because if my God blesses me.
And are there any issues with your religion about being able to trade? Is that allowed?
It's not like I've done my research and it's not really particularly any things. There's
and you are an analyst officially.
Yeah, and we're trading demo environment as well.
Exactly.
But if you're trading rollover, then the swap fees are not allowed. Like it's like interest, what they call it. Okay. So I don't trade rollover. Like I don't hold during rollover. 2 to 3 hours and I'm done. So I don't swing trade.
Saves you a lot of fees.
Yeah, it saves you. Yeah, you could also win from the fees, but it's still not permissible because they see it as interest, and as well as we're trading demo environments. That's as well. So and I've done pretty much research.
So that's a good advantage to pass over to people, isn't it? Make sure they're aware of that because it's a simulated environment.
Yeah, people still ask me a lot, but I just tell them, you should ask someone else because I'm not allowed to speak for, because I don't know. But, what I always say is, God bless me, so I'm supposed to bless people. That's what I do. Like so obviously people are going to charge for teaching, but I've done so much free things. Like, you always, like, not everything is about money, right?
You've got to live. You've got to be alive to do it.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, time consuming. It's time consuming. So people who charge money is normal. It's very normal because you're putting in time. But if you do 1 or 2 times a week, it's not a big deal. You're just giving back to people who sometimes people can't afford it. There's a lot. Like I have a lot of people who are like 15, 16 trying to get into it, but they don't have money. Right, and that's when sometimes I'll tell them like, okay, you don't have to pay, just come in, see for yourself, but take your time. You're 15, 16. If I was 15, 16 and I got into Forex, I'd be a millionaire now, So I'm telling you, take it very slow. I'll give them the best ever. Like I'm someone, I'll
get the foundations right.
Yeah, I'm someone, I'll tell them what they need to hear. Like if you don't like to hear, you can leave. I'll tell them like, what are you doing? You're lazy. Get up, get to work. I'm not gonna tell them, yeah, it's okay to blow an account. I don't tell that. Like I'm telling you what you need to hear, and if you don't like it, you can leave. It's not a problem for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat you. I'm not gonna say you're this, you're that. Like I'm not someone like that. I'll just tell the reality, what you need to hear, because even if you don't like it, you have to hear it. Even like trainers on like when I used to play football when I was 10, 11, my trainers would cost me a lot. But I was like, one day I was very mad. Like, I'm like, trainer, why are you telling these things? Like, I'm supposed to play good. You need to pep talk me. He's like, no, you're supposed to hear these things. So it's like an aggression.
They're trying to stop you making a mistake.
But it's like also like an aggression thing. But my trainer used to cuss me, but not like crazy. But he used to cuss me and he would get aggressive and I would play better. Because I would get mad at him. So I wanted to prove him wrong. So I started scoring goals and stuff. So that's what I try to tell people, like, prove me wrong. I want you to prove me wrong. Right? I'll tell you you're a shit trader. Prove me wrong, and then you make money, and then I'm happy. Yeah, that's it.
And see, everyone needs different influences, don't they? But yeah, I know what you mean. Carrot and stick, isn't it? All that.
Yeah, it's not an influencer, but
So what else do you do? What do you do to relax and get away from trading? Do you need to?
I mean, I don't really have time. It's like as I said at my daily routine. At 12:30 I leave. I come home at 12 a.m. It's not really nothing to do. You come home, you sit at your desk, you have to look back at the trade you took today. You have to look back at your community. Even if you don't have a community, like after 12 a.m., what are you gonna do? Like Belgium is not as alive as London. You can't go as hard. It's like very dead.
No
Like
underground scene in Belgium.
yeah, not like the population of London is as much as Belgium. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing to do at night, and I don't really like going out too much, especially when there's nothing to do. Right? What am I gonna do outside? So it's like the same cycle now. When I try to play games sometimes, but it's not really that fun. What I do to relax, I don't know. It's like
Do you take holidays?
no, this is my first holiday in 10 years, maybe.
Jeepers.
Yeah, it's very, yeah, I have no time. I have to work, and it's my dad's restaurant, so I don't mind, because you have to.
And you see how hard he works.
Yeah, so I can't really blame him. But, obviously when I'm not working anymore, obviously I'm going to go to holidays, Because, for example, the holiday I had in London, I already paid for it with trading. It's a very good thing,
Yeah.
So you just pay whilst you're at the holiday with trading, and that's all you want.
And when you take it, not that you take very many, but when you took that one, did you trade when you were doing that, or can you switch off?
Which one?
You said you came to London, had a holiday.
Yes.
Were you trading when you were on holiday, or did you manage to totally switch off?
No, I traded today, this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually made 5%. So, but
What holidays? That's what you need.
You know what it was. I was going to sleep at 2 a.m. Right, it was around 2 a.m. We just ate, and I was going to sleep. And I had a trade, right, overnight on gold. Asia gold moves.
I like the Asia
gold
system.
does move. Euro doesn't move a lot. Sometimes it does. For example, this morning it moved a lot, but gold doesn't move. Gold moves
So
a
you got
lot.
all the central banks and the Chindia stuff going on.
Yeah,
there,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, I took a trade. I took a loss. But 6 a.m. I wake up, very random, no alarm, nothing. Very random. I wake up.
Sign.
Yeah, it's a sign. It's like a sign. I look at the charts. I see I'm stopped out, but I see gold is in a setup. So I'm like, okay, let me take this trade. And you wake up, you make 5%. What do you want? What else do you want? That's the best feeling to wake up Friday. I'm done for the day, not trading.
Do you mess around with your stops?
No, never. That's the worst
You've
thing
got
to
set
do.
up and you stick to it, and you set up accordingly to keep.
It's the best when you sleep. You can't fix. It's very hard to make. Like, I don't like managing positions. Because if I'm in drawdown, I'm gonna do weird things. I'm gonna move my stop, do this, do that. I'm not looking at anything. If I hit TP, I hit TP. If I hit my stop, I hit my stop. Because I know 1, 2, 3 trades I lose, 4 trades I win, or maybe the 5th one, whatever. But my risk reward is pretty high. I have like a 4 or 5 risk reward average with like 30% win rate, so it comes out pretty good.
So say for instance like there where you get stopped out, but you think the strategy is still right. Will you go back in straight away?
Not the same trade, no.
No.